I want people to know that this game is by far worth a damn, even in its current state. There's just nothing like this out at the moment. Yes, there are mechanics that are not complete. Yes, the story isn't complete. Yes, not everything is as fully fleshed out because the game is not done. Oh, could you imagine if it released with Star Citizen? I mean, everything's releasing before Star Citizen. But no, this game, it just has such a magic about it. The story that is here so far is so well told. The journey that your character, the Serum, is going on is one filled with intrigue as you're kind of learning the political nature on the island of Sacrament and the religious kind of connotations or the religious faction that's obviously helping the new king get whatever is kind of locked away on this island. And it's just such a beautiful game. All the combat, all the kind of ability to build your character, I think is the building blocks are all there and they're so close. And I think this new update really adds a lot more content for players. It's still not substantial. Like, you will probably go through all of this in about 30 hours. So it's not the longest campaign, and there's still obviously more that they are planning on adding. But in its current state, it is so worth just getting a sense and a taste of it. It almost feels like I've just played through season 1 of a show up until a certain point. And I've loved every moment of it. And I cannot wait for Moon Studios to flesh this out even further, add more content, add more quests, add more things for me to build. I just cannot stress enough. If you have just the ability to even try this, go ahead, buy it, get into it. If you want to wait, that's fine. But even in its current state, there is just so much game. I mean, I've sunk in. What am I sitting at now? I've sunk in, 39.2 hours. And that's with playing with a secondary character, so trying them out. I will admit that something that the developers are looking at is to obviously make Magic and your long-range characters a little bit more viable from a playstyle perspective, because right now they do require you to use your focus, to use your archery, or focus to use your basic magic, which means you need to be very much aggressive and constantly attacking the enemy from a close quarter perspective. So from a long range play, there isn't. There is something there. It's just not quite what I think players want for this type of game, and I get it. I do understand, especially when you do have games like Diablo that you can just play long range exclusively, whether you're playing a mage class or whether you're playing like a rogue class. So yeah, I think they can certainly tweak it. I do wonder if it'll affect the multiplayer side or like the PvP if they are considering adding something like that. But even just with a PvE element, I think it would be cool. It would certainly add an extra. It would make those playstyles a lot more fun and enjoyable. On top of that, I think them looking at adding a difficulty tier for players is cool. I think they need to add something more to the Crucible. I haven't spent enough time with the Crucible yet to really kind of get a full understanding of what its breadth is and to see if there are ways you can make it easier for yourself other than what you get on your general runs. But it would be nice if there were other things you could buy from the shopkeeper in order to make your Crucible runs a hell of a lot smoother if you want to play it that way. Other than that, in its current state, this game is breathtaking. If they're planning on also adding farming, yeah, if they're also planning on adding things like farming into this game, it would just really kind of encapsulate more depth, just more mechanics for players to kind of interact with. On top of the fact that there is so, like, the reliance on food in this game is so prevalent on you obviously going off and finding those resources. So being able to, I guess, plant seeds and crops would be a nice way to kind of give you the ability to grow some of those, you know, very rare type of foods, whether it's like berries or apples, for instance. But yeah, this game so far, where it's at, where they're planning to go with it, how far they're planning on expanding the map, what other like hidden dungeons they want to add to this. It's just, there's already so much. And there's so much room for it to grow into something quite breathtaking. I mean, the fact that in 30 hours I've, you know, only leveled up to about 28 with a little bit of grinding. But I mean, if they start pushing that level cap up to like 50 or 100, I don't know what their plans are, it'll certainly add even more character building. But yeah, I do feel like the Crucible is probably the one thing that's in its weakest state right now. I think it is overly challenging for what you're kind of potentially getting in there as far as rewards. But again, I haven't really sunk in all my time into that. I've done all the questing. I've done some of the new mechanics with the plague that kind of appears in the world. And all of that's really just more of a reason to either go back and explore the worlds and kind of mid-max your character, as well as get to re-fight those old bosses that you had already previously done. So they're nice systems. I think they're really cool. It's very similar to Diablo in that sense. And it's a nice addition to the rest of the game that's obviously on offer here. So yes, worth a damn, worth a purchase if you are interested in checking this early access while it's available. And I look forward to playing more of this when it comes out. I look forward to the next expansion. I might consider trying another character class. I mean, I have already started one, but I want to see what like the mage or like the mixed classes are like. See what the difference is. But yes, yeah, check it out. Give it a go. It's fun. Well worth it.